ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930 present The Drive. Winner of the 2024 West Virginia Broadcasters Association Excellence in Broadcasting Award for Best Talk Show.
It is Wednesday, October 23rd. Your drive begins now on ESPN 94.1 and AM 930. I'm your host, Paul Swann. Our text line this hour is going to be 304-396-TALK. That is 304-396-8255. Since we don't have a football game this week, we do have other things to talk about. We've got soccer going on tonight. The men are in action, taking on Georgia Southern at 7:15. The women are on the road at Old Dominion tonight, 6 p.m., so a lot of things are happening tonight. We'll keep an eye on that. We got basketball action coming up as well tonight. I know my guy, Bill Cornwell, is really excited. He's a big UK fan as well. And Kentucky taking on Kentucky Wesleyan tonight. That's going to be on the air at 5:30 p.m. over on our sister station, Cat Sports 93.3 and 1340. So we got a few things going on. Yesterday was pretty busy as well. It started the NBA season. We got to see LeBron and his son take the court together. I know that was a special moment for him, for a lot of us, maybe not so much, but for him that was definitely something that you could tell in his face he was excited. He was happy. He had some really nice comments afterwards talking about the fact that, look, my career's kind of taken me away from his life for a lot of it, so this is a great opportunity. So that was kind of fun. I am a Lakers fan to a degree, not as big as I used to be. I'm a Knicks fan as well, maybe partly because I like the New York teams. When it doesn't involve football or, say, baseball, I'm a fan of the New York teams. And so that was a fun game. If you were watching last night, the Celtics were stupid good from three-point lines. Tied the team record, did not break it. It was comical. They were shooting them up. It was just absurd how many they were launching, trying to break that record toward the end. It really didn't matter. They had the game in hand. So we got the NBA season off to a start yesterday. And, of course, yesterday was fun as well because if you're watching ESPN, they did their Frozen Frenzy, which was pretty cool. If you're not that familiar with that concept, all 32 teams were playing. And with all 32 teams playing, they staggered the time, so you had games ending, games beginning, and you could just follow along. They had sort of a red zone type channel going on ESPN2. That was fun. They had standalone games. And I thought that was really cool, and I'd like to see more leagues do that, maybe just make a day special. I don't know how you would do that in football so much. I know the NFL, with its Sunday schedule, you get a couple games here or there. You got a Thursday night game, you got a Monday night game. I know it kind of feels that way, but not the same. Maybe the Sun Belt would take a Thursday once a year, just a Thursday, and all the teams would just have a Thursday game. You could have ESPN on ESPN2 maybe a couple of the other ESPN channels just dedicate a night once a year to the Sun Belt. Wouldn't that be cool? You could have Marshall start at 7. You could have Georgia Southern, if they're playing someone else, start at 8. You could really stagger it. I think that would be really cool to see other leagues try that concept. At least have all your games the same night. You really can't do it with every college football team at the same time, staggered that way, trying to coordinate, but make it a special night. So I thought that was really cool. We got fun things to get into today, though, so we'll do that. Laurin Bentley is going to join us about 5:30. She's marketing graduate assistant. I met her the other day. Really excited to talk to her because we've got volleyball coming up this weekend, Friday and Saturday. The Herd's taking on Georgia State, so she's going to tell us a little bit more about that. And then, of course, Sunday is Fans First, and I know a lot of you get questions about that. So if you've got something specific you'd like to know, we're going to talk to Laurin in about 20 minutes or so, and you can text those in at 304-396-TALK, 304-396-8255. We get the game at 4 and then the game at 6:30. And so you will have to get a ticket. It is free, but you'll have to get a ticket. So if you don't know exactly what the process is there, we'll get you caught up with that. So that's coming up about 5:30. And then in the next few minutes, we are going to talk a little volleyball. Yesterday, we found out that Beatrice Ciccarelli was named the Sun Belt Conference Defensive Player of the Week. And so she's going to join us in the program. She had an outstanding run. She scored almost 39 points, had 29 kills, Her hitting percentage was .368. She had 15 blocks. She had a really nice run. So she's going to join us on the program here in the next few minutes. We'll talk to her. This is her first Defensive Player of the Week honor. So I'm sure she's got to be excited about that. So she'll join us on the other side of the break in a few minutes. But we're going to have plenty of time for your texts coming up. We'll get into a couple of them here in a minute. And for the rest of the way, we'll get to them later on. But if you have something specific, say for Laurin, talk about basketball, hit me up with those now. But later on, we'll fully open up the text line for you. But we'll get some early text in now, 304-396-TALK, 304-396-8255. This one came in earlier before we went on the air. Texter wants to know, Paul, what do you think? Doc Holliday to ECU or Charles Huff? Do you think those are realistic choices for ECU? I don't know if Doc Holliday is getting back into the game, to be honest. I think he's happy at this point. He's had several years now. If he was looking to get back in the game, he might have taken a position to get him back in the game, like an assistant coach position. At this point, I don't think Doc Holliday is looking. I can't really speak for the man, but I think that he's good. Doc is in a place where he's good. He's happy. He came back to Marshall to honor the 2014 team. That was pretty cool, be a part of that. And so I think Doc's good. Coach Huff, what's ECU offer him? What's the situation there like? You get to go to a different conference. And I'm just speaking hypothetically here. I'm not even inferring that he would take that job or looking at that job. But if you're asking, would a job like ECU be realistic for Coach Huff, I need to ask you, what's the overwhelming benefit? One, would it be more money? Probably more money. Okay, that's a benefit right there. Two, more visible conference? Probably. How much more visible? That's debatable, but still higher profile conference. You get an opportunity there. I think ECU, when they're on, they got a really strong fan base, rabid fan base. It's a great location. And if that job was something that Coach Huff would want to look at, I think you would have to weigh a lot of the positives here. For what does it give me? What can I do there that I can't do at Marshall? And I think that's got to be the conversation he would have if you're asking me, hey, is that a realistic choice? Well, yeah, I think it is a realistic choice. Any job opportunity could be a realistic choice. If you're in a good spot and you have a time and the opportunity to maybe advance yourself further, you're going to probably look for a job that's going to advance you higher up the food chain. If you're trying to rehabilitate yourself, you're taking a job maybe at a lower position, a lower spot in the food chain, trying to rehabilitate yourself. If you had, say, like Frank Solich, he was at Nebraska, and I thought they should have had him a spot as long as he wanted. And so he goes to Ohio, does some great things at Ohio, and builds a really nice career at Ohio. I think he was probably one of the last really good Nebraska coaches for a long time. Nebraska knows sort of getting better, but you have a guy like that who's at a higher profile, and then he gets let go, and he goes to Ohio, and it turns out really well for him. But if you're saying, hey, is he leaving for another job? Well, is it a high lateral? I don't know. That probably doesn't even make sense. But is it a lateral but a little more of a perk or two there? I mean, it's hard to say. If you want to have that, conversation. But right now, I think Coach Huff is focused on one thing, and that's the off week and getting set for the opponent coming up and getting Marshall to an East Division championship. I think that's all Coach Huff is really focused on right now. All right, when we continue, we're going to turn our attention to volleyball. Beatrice Ciccarelli, she joins us on the program, Sun Belt Conference Defensive Player of the Week. When we continue later on, Laurin Bentley is going to join us from the marketing department at Marshall University. She's going to get us caught up on what you can expect from the volleyball matches this weekend. And, of course, fans first. You got any questions about that? We'll take those questions when she comes on the program. All of that coming up on this edition of The Drive, ESPN 94.1 and AM 930.
Now is the time to add on a new bathroom or remodel your old one with the latest up-to-date bathroom fixtures from Mutual Wholesalers, 710 5th Street, Huntington. Come in today to Mutual Wholesalers' beautiful showroom and see how your new bathroom will look. Check out Acre by Max. Have a new bathroom this year. Mutual Wholesalers, locally owned and operated, 710 5th Street, Huntington. Call 304-525-9118. At Poca Valley Bank, a handshake can still mean the start of a great relationship. We've been greeting customers with a handshake since 1908. Why settle for less? If you're purchasing your first home or planning for your future, Poca Valley Bank is here to support you with personalized service and local expertise. They are your trusted advisors. Why settle for less when you can experience banking with a team that truly cares? Poca Valley Bank, where relationships matter. Visit PocaValleyBank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Our Kindred Communications family of stations reminds you of the need for blood donations to the Red Cross. Blood is always needed. It may save your life or the life of a loved one. This reminder is brought to you in part by
University of Rio Grande and Rio Grande Community College. Visit at rio.edu. Rio, changing tomorrows. Swisher and Losi Pharmacy, independently owned with free local delivery and drive-through service. 636 East Main Street in Pomeroy, Ohio.
Stalwart Insurance is the name for insurance in the tri-state. They are committed to delivering tailored benefit solutions with thoughtful, strategic planning with valuable professional services. Stop by or call Stalwart Insurance for your homeowner's insurance needs. Stalwart Insurance is located right beside Kenny Queen Hardware on Route 10 in Barbersville. Call Stalwart Insurance anytime at 304-552-3883. That's 304-552-3883. Or visit them online at stalwartinsurance.com.
So this new dose is, nope, that's not it. The price is nowhere to be found.
Mr. Green? Hi, it's all good. We've got this.
This is not just help from a Walgreens pharmacist.
Oh, new prescriptions. Cool. Let me check to see if these are the lowest cost options covered by your Medicare plan.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
This is someone supporting you every step of the way. Chat with a pharmacist today to find help saving. This is the human kind of help. Walgreens.
Hey Tri-State, Frank's Place is where friends hang out with friends. Stop on by for happy hour from 4 to 6 p.m. and a lot of daily specials. It's that time of year again, football season. Frank's has you covered from Marshall, WVU, the rest of college football to the NFL. First responders, stop by Frank's Place and check out the specials they have for you. Frank's Place, located at the River Place Plaza, next to Fratelli's. Check them out on Facebook for weekly updates and specials. Frank's Place, your home away from home.
This is The Drive with Paul Swann on ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930.
Welcome back to our Wednesday edition of The Drive here on ESPN 94.1 and AM 930. Still to come at about 5:30, we're going to be speaking with Laurin Bentley. She's the marketing graduate assistant for the Thundering Herd. We got volleyball action we're going to talk about here in a moment. We've also got Sunday Fans First with basketball, both the men and women. So if you got any questions about that, you can text in now, 304-396-TALK, 304-396-8255. So we found out yesterday the Sun Belt Conference Defensive Player of the Week in volleyball was Beatrice Ciccarelli, and she's now with us on the program. And what you don't know, is that every time someone wins the award, we got to talk to them. So congratulations, Defensive Player of the Week. That's your first honor.
Hello.
Hello. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
How excited were you when you found out that you were the Defensive Player of the Week?
I mean, I was very excited. I really didn't expect to be named Defensive Player of the Week. I think, for all the hard work that I put in, all this preseason and season got paid back. So I was very proud for my performance, and I have to be thankful even for my coaching staff and my teammates, of course.
What was working for you this go-around that kind of made this weekend successful for you? What was happening? What was working?
I think our coaching staff is doing a very, very great job scouting the other team. So every single time that we step on the court, we are very prepared to play against the team. And I think working a lot defensively as middle, so we work a lot in our blocking progression. So I think that's what paid back.
Do you feel like this is at the point now where everything's starting to click for this team as we get further into the conference season? Your performance also, being extraordinary this weekend. You think everything's starting to fall together and this team is ready to maybe make that run?
I think these two games that we just won gave us a lot of energy to get better for the next team. And of course, it's gonna be challenging for us, but I think we deserve that win because we worked really hard. And I think after these two wins, we are better and more ready for the next game that we will have.
You also feel the chemistry is starting to come together. I know every year it's a new team. You've got players that are together and players that are new. For this team, is that chemistry finally coming together?
Yes, I think it is. It was even before. But I think we as a team, we probably have the closest team that we ever had since I'm here. So I'm very proud of my teammates and for the chemistry that we have. So, yeah, I'm sure that it's going to be better and even stronger.
So this is your first weekly honor. And I know you were excited to get it, but just how difficult is that journey to try to go out there, work so hard? And I know you're not playing for awards like this. You're playing for wins and losses, and the end goal is to win a conference championship. But just to finally get that one, to validate what you've been doing. And I know it's got to be exciting, but is it sort of like it's a relief now that, okay, somebody has validated, I know I'm doing a good job, my teammates know it, the conference now knows it?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I feel these awards make me want to work even harder than before. I feel you have always to bring respect for the other team, so always heads up and keep working. But I feel of course, it's a very good feeling winning. But I think we as a team, we can do even better and better every time. So yeah, that's it.
What was your teammates' reaction when they found out?
They almost made me cry. They honestly were so happy for me and so excited, and they've always been supportive. And it was a very a warm feeling to feel them all proud of myself for the work that I put in. But as I said before, I have to be thankful for them too, because they brought me here where I am right now and winning this award. So
I don't want to make you cry, but what was it specifically that almost got you to that point?
What got me to that point?
Just for the fact that that overwhelming emotion that made you want to cry. What was it? Something specific someone said, or just overwhelming emotions from your team?
I feel I don't know. Whenever people are proud of myself, I feel I'm giving something to somebody else. So I'm very happy that I made my team proud, because that's not just my work, but the whole team and the coaching staff. So I think I don't know, whenever people say that I'm proud of me, that means I'm doing something good and that makes other people happy. So that's what makes me tearing up or a little bit more excited.
So everyone's proud of you. Obviously, it's an honor to be the Defensive Player of the Week, to even be acknowledged for your work. They were excited for you. You were excited to receive that honor. I'm always curious, where are you when you find out what was going on when they finally tell you, or who told you, and then what was the location and the reaction like?
Okay, it was funny because I just see in my class, and I didn't put my phone in silence mode, so it just started giving me all the notifications. So I look at the phone, and I was oh my gosh, there's no way. I was very, very, very excited. So I didn't expect that, and all the people were texting me, all the posts on Instagram started tag me on the stories and stuff. So I was I had to stay calm because I was in class. So the reaction wasn't too bad. But yeah, I just put my phone away in my backpack, and I kept going to class, and after I answered everybody. So
Which class were you in when you found out?
I was in our communication class.
So you find out in the communications class that you won. Yes. Obviously with the phone there, it's just blowing up. Was it coach that told you first, or was it just all the other notifications, everybody rushing to tell you?
The coach, our Ariaganes, our coach, she told us in our group chat on Sunday to be ready, because on Monday at 11, someone on the team would get our award. So we already knew that was going to happen, but we didn't know who. So, yeah, I had a little warning.
Coach is sneaky like that, isn't she?
Yeah, a little bit.
What's your relation like with her? She's been at Marshall for a few years now, and she's known for being a player's first type coach. What's your relationship like with her, and how does she make you better?
I think, like, from my freshman year till now, I changed a lot. And even our relationship changed a lot with my head coach. She's, like, very, very careful about us as players, but she always think about us as person. So she's always making sure that we're good, even outside of volleyball. So she's always trying to make us in the best shape that we can. And, yeah, I think, like, she just cares so much about the team and the culture, and she cares about every single one of us. So, I don't know, I never have this type of relationship with my coaches playing overseas back at home. So it was like a new environment, new relationship with them, but I really like it. Like, I think, like, the mental health is very important for them, and I think, like, it's the most important thing, honestly.
My guest on the program, the Sun Belt Conference Defensive Player of the Week, and again, I've been practicing, so you can ding me if I get it wrong. Beatrice Ciccarelli. I've been practicing that. It's not my native language. I'm trying my best.
Very close.
Very close. I'll take that. I'll take very close. As someone who has been overseas and then going through this experience in West Virginia, of all places, what has that journey been like for you, coming from a place that I'm sure maybe is the same but very different to where you're at now?
I mean, obviously, I knew that I was getting into something very, very different from what I was from. But at the beginning it was hard, I'm not going to lie. For the language and the system, volleyball is a little bit different at college. So I had to, like, learn all the terminology and all the things that were going on in here, even in class. But, like, my teammates and my coaching staff were amazing with me. They helped me so, so much, and I'm so, so grateful for that. So they really make my life easier than how it could have been. But it's honestly, like, a very good experience. Like, at home, my friends back at home, they play volleyball with me. I'm like, if you get the chance to do it, you should do it, because it's amazing. I think it makes me grow as a person more than anything else could have done. So I'm very, very grateful.
What are some of the unique experiences that you've maybe discovered for the first time, or anything specific that Coach Agnes does that was really new to you once you found out she did it? I don't know. She's famous for dressing up for trick or treat and Halloween, as an example.
Yes, that's true. That's, like, Halloween is a big thing in our team. So I'm very excited for that, because it's getting closer. So I'm very excited to, like, see the whole team dressing up, even the coaches. It's going to be fun. Honestly, something very new for me. It was honestly, like, about volleyball, how much they care about the mental health. Like, it wasn't a thing back at home. Like, it was more considered as a job. So we're just, like, showing up, be in the best shape that you could have been, and play volleyball for those 2 hours, and you were out. And here is more like you live with your team, so you need to, like, get to know each other a lot. And that's one thing that Harry cares about so much, that we build a good relationship between us. So that's probably, like, the most impactful thing that happened to me here.
My guest, the Sun Belt Conference Defensive Player of the Week, Beatrice Ciccarelli. She loves Halloween now. So do you have a go-to costume? You have a go-to character that you like to go as on Trick or Treat or Halloween with the team?
I mean, I do, but I don't know if I want to spoil it.
That's fair.
So I think I just keep it, like, I can share it. I was thinking to be Loki of the Marvel, Thor's brother. So we'll see how it's going to go, but I'm very excited for that.
Okay, are you a big Marvel fan?
I mean, me and my brother used to watch it a lot, so every single time that I go home, we just, like, watch Marvel movies, TV shows, cartoons, so I can say that I pretty like it.
And so why Loki? Why is this Tom Hiddleston and Loki, why is that the character for you?
Because we as a team made a choice to be villains during Halloween, so that's why.
Okay, so this team chose violence to be villains.
I mean, like, we had to be aggressive on the court, so it was just like a translation of it. But we decided to do it because, it's more scary than be, like, the main character, the good one. So for Halloween, we thought, like, it was, like, better in the topic.
Okay, and I'm going to ask then, what villain is Ari Agnes?
I don't know. We'll see what she's gonna pick, but that's a secret for now. So we'll see.
Okay, and then I'll have to ask this before we let you go. What's your favorite Halloween trick-or-treat candy? What's your go-to?
I do love Reese's. Like, I've never had the chance to try it home. As soon as I got here and I tried that, I've been in love with that. So, yeah, definitely Reese's.
Is there what's the equivalent at home in Italy, right? What's the equivalent for a trick-or-treat Halloween? Is there anything that compares candy-wise, or just the spectacle, the event of it?
I think, like, we don't really celebrate Halloween back at home, but we used, like, maybe, like, do some celebration at home with, like, close friends, stuff like that. But, yeah, maybe, like, some kids do it, but it's not, like, a very big tradition.
Okay, so no scary movies, things like that. So definitely an experience here for you. Again, the Sunbelt Conference Defensive Player of the Week. Congratulations, Beatrice Ciccarelli. Hey, that was an impressive performance. I mean, we could go over the stats, but the main thing here is you had a tremendous weekend, and you got the honor, and you deserved it, and I hope you get so many more.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for doing it. We're going to take a quick time out. When we continue, we're going to hear from Laurin Bentley. She's the marketing graduate assistant at Marshall University. She'll tell us a little bit more about what's going to actually happen this weekend at volleyball, Friday and Saturday against Georgia State. Also, Fans First is coming up on Sunday for men's and women's basketball. We'll hear from her when we continue on this edition of The Drive, ESPN 94.1 and AM 930.
Hey, Tri-State, there is a place to shop at. The Huntington's Peddlers Mall is now open in the historic Central City District in Huntington. Over 200 vendors specializing in vintage antiques, home decor, furniture, collectibles, new mattresses, and everything in between. Peddlers Mall, located 800 14th Street West in Huntington. It's the place to go. Open 7 days a week. Visit anytime. Check out the website, peddlersmall.com, for more information. It's the Tri-State place to shop, Huntington's Peddlers Mall.
Stalwart Insurance is the name for insurance in the Tri-State. They are committed to delivering tailored benefit solutions with thoughtful, strategic planning with valuable professional services. Stop by or call Stalwart Insurance for your homeowner's insurance needs. Stalwart Insurance is located right beside Kitty Queen Hardware on Route 10 in Barbersville. Call Stalwart Insurance anytime at 304-552-3883. That's 304-552-3883. Or visit them online at stalwartinsurance.com.
In the early morning hours of September 27th, Hurricane Helene made its way into the mountains of Tennessee, North Carolina, and Virginia, leaving devastation in its wake. In response to this tragedy, the Kindred family of stations is partnering with the Robert Newland Air Park to organize a Hurricane Helene relief concert on Friday, October 25th at 7 p.m. at the new pavilion at the Robert Newland Air Park. As proud Appalachians, we know the toll this disaster has taken on our friends and communities. For just $10 at the door, you can join us for this essential fundraiser, and we're honored to feature performances by the Bing Brothers Band, Jack Crack, the Huntington Blues Society, Larry Atkins, the Karaoke King, and many more artists to be announced. Food and beverages will be available for purchase at the pavilion and inside the Fly-In Cafe. All proceeds will go directly to organizations in some of the hardest hit areas of Western North Carolina, Virginia, and Tennessee. Let us stand together as a community, united in compassion and hope. We look forward to seeing you there, supporting those in need with the Fly-In Cafe, the Robert Newland Air Park, and Kindred Family of Stations.
Get everything you need for your bathroom remodel now at Menards. Magic Woods has the vanity you need to complete your dream bathroom. Check out our great selection of over 100 Magic Woods vanities. They offer timeless and traditional vanities with superior quality and unique styles to complement your home. Explore all our vanity options in store. And don't forget to check out our flyer on Menards.com for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
Order for Jennifer C.
Is this my double shot, double cream, double froth, double pump, double hot, double whip, double sleeve?
Yeah. Can you handle that much caffeine?
Hey, did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Well, I do now.
Seriously, did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, you just said that.
Did you say I just said that?
Yeah, I'm cutting you off.
Did you say you're cutting me off?
You earn, we match. Unlimited cashback match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
This is The Drive with Paul Swann on ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930.
Our text line this hour is 304-396-TALK. That is 304-396-8255. If you got any questions about Fans First on Sunday, now's the time because we want to welcome to the program Marketing Graduate Assistant Laurin Bentley, and she joins us now to get us caught up in everything that her fans can do and experience this weekend. And I don't know if you were listening just a few minutes ago, Laurin, but we had Beatrice Ciccarelli, of course, the Defensive Player of the Week in the Sun Belt, and I don't know if you know this, but she likes Reese's as a Halloween candy. I don't know if that helps you in your marketing. Reese's.
Reese's, I feel like, is a big fan favorite for sure across the board. But thanks, Paul, for having me on the radio tonight. I really appreciate it. And I really appreciate the opportunity to talk about Marshall athletics for this upcoming weekend for sure. Yeah,
we've got a busy weekend. Of course, volleyball first. We've got 2 matches, Friday and Saturday against Georgia State, Friday 6 p.m., Saturday at 2 p.m. And since we don't have football, I'm sure you've got a lot of exciting things planned for everyone since we don't have a football game. So there's no excuse for anyone not to come out once or twice this weekend. What can fans expect for the events this weekend? What do you got special cooking for us?
Volleyball, we will have a Greek night theme, so we're hosting our Marshall fraternities and sororities. We hope that they'll join us by being loud and proud in the stands Friday night. And then Saturday, for the volleyball game at 2 p.m., our theme is Heard Strong to support the breast cancer awareness this month. The volleyball team will be wearing their pink jerseys and hopefully we will have a special guest who's a cancer survivor honored at our game on Saturday. And then obviously we're going to kick off basketball season this Sunday against Pikeville. The men's basketball team will start at 4 p.m. and the women's game will start at 6:30. The gates open at 3 p.m. Free admission to both games, so there's no reason that anybody should miss this game. Fans can claim their tickets online with the promo code Fans First. Lots of exciting and fun promotions at the game. We'll have a glow stick giveaway, $10,000 worth of different promotional giveaway items during the game. Both games will have a halftime performance of Dogs of Ohio. The women's basketball championship banner will be unveiled, honoring them just like we did at the football game last weekend, but this one will be their banner in the Cam Henderson Center. Both teams will have post-game autographs, and the first time to get their full poster schedule. It's your first chance to look at the poster schedule and then also get one for free and have both teams sign it. So we're just really excited to kick off this season for basketball, and then also we'll have 2 volleyball games this weekend. So just a really exciting weekend here on the Marshall campus.
Now, for the tickets for Fans First, as you mentioned, go to herdzone.com. You can reserve those tickets now with the promo code Fans First. But if I can't get to online for some reason, or I just like showing up and being that person, what do they need to know? You mentioned gates open up at 3 p.m., so get there early, but they still need to get a ticket even if they're coming just at 3 o'clock.
Yes. So you can still get a ticket at the door. We'll have people doing ticketing available, but we'll have to have a ticket for both games. So if you see the men's game, it's really exciting. You'll still need to claim a ticket for the women's game. We won't clear the stadium, but you'll still need 2 tickets, if that makes sense. So you might be in a different section during both games.
Okay, so if I'm going just to one, I got to go claim my seat now. If I'm going to both, still go claim my seat. I can sit probably as close as I possibly can to where I'm sitting originally. And, of course, if you show up, you will still get a ticket. You just have to move yourself. So the best probably bet is for fans to, as early as they can, get online, reserve their seats now so they know where they're sitting. I think it's probably what we want to stress.
Yes, sir. Yes. So, the gates will open at 3. I say the earlier, the better for people. We will have our safe to stay with the herd policy activated on Sunday, and then we'll also still have our clear bag policy on Sunday. So we'll have those things in activation on Sunday that fans will need to remember before coming, while also claiming that free ticket.
Laurin Bentley's with us, marketing graduate assistant, Marshall University. As we mentioned, there's a busy weekend ahead with volleyball Friday and Saturday. Sunday, it's going to be a full afternoon, evening. 4 p.m. will be tip for the men, 6:30 for the women. 3 p.m. gates open. Get your tickets on herdzone.com. They are free, but you will need a reservation code. And it sounds like there's going to be a lot of fun for everyone. I'm sure a lot of us are going to be excited for that banner ceremony. You're never tired of seeing one of those go up.
Definitely. I think this is one of our newer ones that we've done in a while, so this is a very exciting time for the women's basketball team, and hopefully that we can continue that exciting era of basketball, I guess, here at Marshall.
So fans first, obviously opportunity for fans to come in, see the team, get a preview. For those that maybe don't have season tickets, you'll have folks on hand to maybe help them as well, because if they like what they see, maybe they're coming to the first time to a women's game, they want to get season tickets, you'll have everybody there as well?
Yes, sir, of course. We'll have people in the upstairs of the Cam Henderson Center available to buy season tickets straight from them.
All right. Laurin Bentley's our guest. She's the marketing graduate assistant for Marshall University. She's, of course, filling in this week for Ryan Chris. Laurin, you're doing a fantastic job. Anything else coming up that maybe we should be excited about, you'd like to tease a little bit, or you're going to just leave us wanting more?
I think it's just an exciting time here at Marshall Athletics. I mean, we'll have not just the basketball teams coming up and volleyball, but you have men's soccer tonight here home, and then women's soccer also on Sunday, and then women's soccer again on Halloween. They're doing a trunk or treat on Halloween too. So
okay.
It's an exciting time.
Yeah, trunk or treats are always fun, so that means excuses for everyone to wear costumes. I know some of the volleyball players will be in costume. I know what Chica's costume is going to be. She's going to be Loki from Marvel. I wasn't expecting that, but that's because the team chose villains, she said.
Yeah, I know every year they have, if Halloween falls not on a matchup day, they have a Halloween practice where they get to wear some fun costumes and kind of have a bonding moment together and just celebrate the...
Will the marketing staff be in costume? That's probably the biggest question. And I asked that only because I want to know what Ryan Crisp is going to try to pretend to be.
I'm not sure if we are going to be dressing up in costume. Hopefully Ryan does dress up in costume, and I'm not sure. Maybe he's leaving that up for us to see. We'll have to go and see if he does dress up in costume on that night.
Okay, I like it. I think a fan vote should be in order for that. What would you have him dress up as?
Maybe Michael Scott from The Office.
Okay.
He has
I can see that actually.
A similar personality.
I can see that. That makes perfect sense now that you say that. Laurin Bentley's my guest, marketing graduate assistant for Marshall University. Laurin, thanks for doing this today. Hopefully we'll get you back soon, and I know it's going to be an exciting weekend for you, so I'm looking forward to it, and let's hope we see a lot of Herd fans as well.
Yeah, thank you, Paul, for having me on tonight. Go Herd.
Thanks, Laurin. That is Laurin Bentley, marketing graduate assistant, Marshall University. So Michael Scott, the costume for Ryan Crisp, who usually operates this segment with me. I'm going to have to ask him what his Halloween costume will be next time we speak. Quick timeout. We come back. We'll get your text in. 304-396-TALK, 304-396-8255. More on this edition of The Drive, ESPN 94.1 and AM 930.
Hey, guys. Do you want male performance in the bedroom and do you want it now? Get it in 47 seconds or less. For the first time, you can have instant male enhancement. Introducing Knox 47, the topical male enhancement that works in 47 seconds or less. Satisfaction guaranteed. Finally, after years of scientific research, our proprietary formula will allow you to perform in the bedroom like never before. Just imagine that little blue pill on steroids. No reason to settle and wait when you can get instant performance now. Forget about pills and potions that make you wait hours or up to 30 days to work. That's yesterday's news. Knox 47 is brand new. the hottest thing for men. And you don't need a prescription. Call now and get your free supply for a limited time.
To find out how to get Knox 47 for free, call now. 800-617-1621. That's 800-617-1621. Free bottles for limited time. Call 800-617-1621. That's 800-617-1621.
Stuck in a state of falling behind, struggling to keep up with kids, finances, insurance, and life? Well, let your State Farm agent help you simplify and get to a better state. With State Farm handling your auto, home, and life insurance, you'll have more time to handle everything else. More money, too. Adding State Farm policies can earn discounts that could add up to 40% to help you get ahead. Call an agent today and get to a better state with State Farm. In Huntington, Jeff Smith, 304-781-1234. And in Wayne, Vicki Tabor, 304-272-5149. Metro Community Federal Credit Union has been serving the Huntington community for 70 years and is proud to announce our newest location in Lavalette is now open. Wayne County residents, you now have access to a modern banking facility, a full range of services, advanced technology, expert financial advice, and even a smart coffee kiosk cafe. Learn more about Metro Community Federal Credit Union online at metrocommunityfcu.com or visit us today on 5th Street Road.
Equal housing lender, member NCUA.
Giovanni's has great Italian dishes. Spaghetti with meat sauce, lasagna, ravioli, manicotti, all dinners served with hot garlic bread or Italian rolls. Giovanni's, the Italian place to be.
Fall is the best time to plant trees. MonPower and Potomac Edison are here with tips to help you plant smart. Let shade trees lower your electric bills. Carefully positioned trees can reduce a home's energy consumption for heating and cooling by up to 25%. For more tree planting tips, visit firstenergycorp.com. This message sponsored by First Energy, the West Virginia Broadcasters Association, and the station.
Hey Tri-State, Frank's Place is where friends hang out with friends. Stop on by for happy hour from 4 to 6 p.m. and a lot of daily specials. It's that time of year again, football season. Frank's has you covered from Marshall, WVU, the rest of college football to the NFL. First responders, stop by Frank's Place and check out the specials they have for you. Frank's Place, located at the River Place Plaza, next to Fratelli's. Check them out on Facebook for weekly updates and specials. Frank's Place, your home away from home.
Order for Jennifer C.
Is this my double shot, double cream, double froth, double pump, double hot, double whip, double sleeve?
Yeah. Can you handle that much caffeine?
Hey, did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Well, I do now.
Seriously, did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, you just said that.
Did you say I just said that?
Yeah, I'm cutting you off.
Did you say you're cutting me off?
You earn, we match. Unlimited cashback match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your basement. There's a pair of overalls that overall you're not so into anymore. A perfectly good laptop that hasn't sat in your lap in months. And even more stuff, but still no jobs? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed, and they're the stuff inside your stuff. Even inside that winter coat that moved with you to Phoenix. Our job is to unlock those jobs, and it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover guitar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
You're listening to The Drive with Paul Swann on ESPN 94.1 and AM 930. Winner of the 2024 West Virginia Broadcasters Association Excellence in Broadcasting Award for Best Talk Show.
We continue on with this Wednesday edition of The Drive. Our text line is open, 304-396-TALK, 304-396-8255. It's sort of the Ask Me Anything segment of the show. So we'll keep the text line open for the entirety of the hour. We got soccer coming up tonight. If you weren't with us earlier, we spoke with Laurin Bentley, marketing graduate assistant, reminding us that soccer is on the pitch tonight, taking on Georgia Southern. 7:15 is going to be a first kick there. Women's soccer taking on Old Dominion, and that is coming up about 6 o'clock. So that game, of course, I think is on ESPN+. It's at Old Dominion. I need to double-check that. But the soccer match tonight, at home, 7:15, so opportunity for you to head down to the stadium if you haven't already got your tickets. I think there should be some seats still left on the docket for you. Should be fun tonight. Looking forward to it. And, of course, for those of you staying home, we got basketball coming up tonight. UK is taking on Kentucky Wesleyan. That game already airing on our sister station, Cat Sports 93.3. And 1340. Busy night tonight as well. And the other sports, I know the NBA season got underway yesterday with the Celtics and Knicks. That was the start of the season. We get started in earnest tonight. The Cavaliers taking on Toronto coming up tonight at 7:30. We've got I think a busy week ahead of us, so get it all in now because this is your last weekend without Marshall football for a while. It's been interesting, though. This has been a different week for me, just because we haven't had football. You get used to having football back, and then you take it away for a week or so. I mean, think of it. And I think the Thursday game throwing me a little bit as well, because we had the Thursday game, so that left Saturday open. And then we got another Saturday open. But, of course, we'll just fill all of that up. We got high school football coming up this weekend. We got the World Series starting as well on Friday. So we've got a lot of things. And, of course, there are some different games. If you're looking for a different game to go watch this weekend, you could see possibly Kentucky and Auburn this Saturday. Nebraska's at Ohio State. You're looking for a ticket. I'm sure you could get one for WVU at Arizona if you wanted to take the flight out to Arizona. I'm sure you could get a quick flight there. Ohio's in action taking on Buffalo Saturday as well, and then Morehead State's going to be at Dayton on Saturday at noon. So a busy weekend, and of course I know Sunday for some of you, you'll be at Fans First. For some of you, you might be making the trip to Cincinnati as the Bengals host the Eagles coming up Sunday. We go on the air 11:30 a.m. It's a 1 o'clock kick. You can listen to it right here on ESPN 94.1 and AM 930. And if you're wanting to keep tabs of the game and then head to Fans First, don't forget, keep your radio locked. And you can listen to the final on your way to Fans First. And again, if you weren't with us earlier, Laurin Bentley told us to get there. 3 o'clock is probably the best time to start getting in since, again, there will be security protocols in place. And if you need a ticket, the best way to do that is go on to herdzone.com now. And you need to get your ticket. It is free, but at the same time, it's going to be reserved seating. So this won't be festival seating. You can't just sit where you want. You will need a ticket and a reserved seat. And while the university won't be clearing the arena, you will need a ticket for both games, the men and the women. So if you want to see one and stay for the other, you'll need to make sure you have a ticket for both. And, of course, if you're coming just for the second game, I'd go ahead and get that reserved seat now, just so you can guarantee you sit a little bit better where you think you might want to sit. So, busy weekend ahead for us here, as this is our week off with the Thundering Herd, and then we get right back into it starting next week with Coach Huff and the squad. I'm looking forward to it. But it's been all right to have just a few days do different things until we get into the real run of the season. And Marshall still got a chance. That's the good news. I don't think a lot of people are giving the Herd a chance here. Still a little snake bitten by that Georgia Southern loss, but I think there's still an opportunity here for the Thundering Herd to finish strong. Just going to need a little help, just a little help. And, of course, ULM's coming in, and they're going to be tough. I absolutely didn't expect that game to be as tough as I thought it would be, and it's going to be tough. Hopefully Marshall wins that easily, but I am now expecting a little bit more of a stiffer contest. We'll see, as there's going to be a lot of matchups coming up this week in the Sun Belt. We'll run everything down tomorrow. Of course, everything starts on Thursday. So Georgia Southern, Old Dominion, that's your Thursday game. And then the rest of the weekend, Georgia State, App State, Southern Miss James Madison, ULM, South Alabama, Troy, Arkansas State. I am pulling for the upsets. I am pulling for South Alabama, and I am pulling for Georgia Southern to lose at Old Dominion. If that could happen for me, I would be a lot happier going into this game next week. So that's what's got to happen for the Thundering Herd. But we'll talk more about that tomorrow. Don't forget, if you missed any part of the show, we can go back and get it later on the podcast. We do that at our website or on Apple Podcast, Spotify, or just wherever you get your podcast. And, of course, you can also get the app. It's available at our website. WRVC.com is where you want to go. And you can download the podcast there. You can just listen to it right there on the website. You can also download the app. The app is free. You can get it on your Android or your Apple device. And we've got the links right there to the store you need to go. Download the app. You can listen to the station while we stream the show live. You can also, in the tab where the podcasts are listed, you can listen to the show later. So if you just want to have an easy place to listen to everything, get the app. And the first place and best place to go get that is our website at WRVC.com. You can listen to past episodes as well, and we've got some other podcasts that we post and we'll be updating soon. So there's a lot to discover. If you want to listen to a lot of things, you can go to our website. And again, one more time, it is WRVC.com. You know what? That's going to do it for this edition. We have made it to the end. I want to thank my guest, Laurin Bentley, Marketing Graduate Assistant, Marshall University. And, of course, I also want to thank the Sun Belt Conference Volleyball Defensive Player of the Week, Beatrice Ciccarelli. Thanks to both of them for joining us on the program. I'll be back with you tomorrow right here on ESPN 94.1 and AM 930.
Broadcasting from the Dave & Buster's studios. Eat, drink, play, and watch at Dave & Buster's in the Huntington Mall. ESPN 94.1 and AM 930. WRBC, W231BS Huntington.